Hello dear students, a very warm welcome to this session. As you know that we have covered the topic, the basic terminologies of communication. In the last lecture I have told you what do we mean by the communication, what are the elements of the communication, and what is the block diagram that is showing the components of communication, and also we have learnt about the basic terminologies that is being used in this chapter. So be happy because this is the last chapter of your class 12th. Now you are on the verge of completion of your textbook, that is your physics. So that is all going to be finished. You have to be happier because now there is a revision mode that is going to be started. Let's take a revision of what we have covered. Yeah, I know that you have seen this topic. We are going to cover this topic, but before coming to this topic, I want you all to take a revision of what we have covered in the last lecture. So I remember that I told you first of all about the communication. Firstly, after that I told you the basic terminologies, that is the receiver and the transmitter. Thirdly, I told you what do we mean by the, what do we mean by the receiver? The receiver is that one who is receiving the message, and transmitter is that one who is transmitting some message. What do we mean by the communication? This is the exchange of information between any two persons. Okay, the third one, that was the modulation. Before jumping to modulation, I think I should tell you the attenuation. Attenuation means losing of the strength of the, losing the power of the signal. So that means this is the decrease in the power of the signal. Then we have learnt about the signal. What do we mean by the signal and what are the two types of signal? This is just the information that is being transferred, and we are having two types of signal, analog and digital. After that I told you that we are having the modulation and demodulation. What do we mean by the modulation and demodulation? The mixing of carrier wave with the original wave to increase the strength of the signal and to increase the range of the, you can say the range of transmission of the signal. That is why we do the modulation. And demodulation is just the inverse process of modulation, wherein you separate the original waves and the carrier wave so that you fetch your original message. Then we have learnt about the amplification. What do we mean by the amplification? The amplification means when you are losing your strength, when attenuation is going on, you have to amplify your message. You want to increase the strength of the message so that you amplify it. So I think these are the terms that I have made you learnt yesterday or in the last class. Can you see that few terms are being left over here? And that two terms are the important terms that you have to learn. The term that has been left over here is transducer. Transducer. Now you will say, ma'am, what is this? So wait a minute, I am going to tell you. It is a device which converts one form of energy into another. If you are saying that your photo energy or the light energy is being converted into the electrical energy, that means the device which is converting the light energy into the electrical energy, that is your transducer. So it is a device that converts one form of energy to another. This can be asked in your 1 mark question. Give me an example of transducer. Any example you can give me. Can you tell me, or should I wait for 5 minutes for you to tell me what is the example of this? So let me just tell you, example of this is photocell. What do we mean by the photocell? This photocell is a device which is converting the light energy, that means the light coming, the photo means what? The quantums of light. that is converting the light energy into the electrical energy. For example, if your light is falling over this surface, it will convert and give you the electrical energy. So that means one energy is being converted into another. So that means photocell is working as a transducer, right? Okay. So you have learnt about the term that is transducer. Now I have also make you learnt yesterday there is a one more term that is repeater. Now this word itself says that what do we mean by the repeater? One who repeats itself. So just look here, what is the role of repeater? Suppose you have to transfer your message from a person who is sitting over here or standing over here. Suppose this is a person who is standing over here and you have to transfer your message to this person who is standing over here, right? These are the two persons, you have to transfer your message. Now in the path of your transfer, in the path of the message, you are having mountains. Suppose these are the mountains that has been arrived in your path. Okay. Now these are the mountains. See, when you are transmitting the signal, that means you are using a transmitting antenna or this is the antenna. You have transferred your message to this message has reached to this antenna. When the message will reach to this mountain, what will happen? Because the mountain is an obstruction in the path of your message. So when it will reach up to there, what will happen? We have applied a, let me just take this colored chalk. We have applied a repeater over here. This repeater is again, you can say an antenna, which is a combination of transmitter and a receiver. What does it says? It is a combination of transmitter and speak Midvi, transmitter and receiver. You are going to learn these terms when you will be speaking along with me. Combination of transmitter and receiver. What is this? This is the repeater. Why we have applied this repeater? Because your signal will be received by this repeater. It will receive the signal and it will amplify the signal, and then it will again transmit the signal to this mountain. Again it will transfer to this place, repeater are applied after a few distance, and then it will reach finally to the person. Suppose it will reach to this particular antenna, and then it will reach to the person where you wanted to transfer your message. So that means this repeater is helping us, because this is firstly this is a combination of transmitter and receiver. It is working as a both. It is firstly receiving the signal, it is amplifying the signal, and then it is transmitting the signal to the next repeater. So that means it is being amplified, the signal is being amplified. And why it is being amplified? Because when you are transmitting your signal from one place to another, you are going to see that your signal has been your signal is losing some strength. To maintain that strength, to maintain that power, to maintain that originality of the message, you have to apply this repeater. This is the range, that means the distance between the transmitter and the receiver. So that means if you are applying the receiver, your range is increasing. You can transmit the message at a very larger distance. Okay? So you understand the role of repeater? Now comes the topic of session, that is antenna. Antenna are of two types. Firstly, it is dipole antenna, and secondly, it is a dish antenna. Let me just tell you how does these two type of antenna looks like physically. This is an antenna, and over this antenna, this signal is being transmitted and received all over the direction, like here, here. There is no particular direction. The signal can be received and can be transmitted in all the direction. Whereas if I talk about the dish antenna, there is a spherical reflector over here. A spherical reflector like this. It is placed on this you must have seen this type of antenna near your homes, where this spherical dish or the parabolic reflector is being applied or it is placed, because this is the antenna which is used for broadcast messages for your radar system. So that is why you must have seen this very frequently. This is the tower, this is the cable, this is the dish antenna which is applied, which is placed on the ground. And see, we have applied a dipole over here like this, where all the signals are focused, whether you are transmitting the signal or whether you are receiving the signal. For example, if you want to transmit any signal, see what will happen. You are throwing the signal to the dipole, it will come back and it will reflect the signal because it is a reflector. Parabolic reflector, or you can say this as spherical dish. Right? Now, since it is a spherical dish, what will happen? The the dipole which is which is reflecting the signals to this spherical reflector. After that, the signals will be reflected in parallel direction like this. Again from here, it will be falling over the reflector and it will go in the parallel direction. Falling over the spherical dish, again go into the parallel direction. The signal will go like this. Now, if you want, suppose the message is coming from this side, what you have to do? You have to direct this spherical dish in that particular direction. So that means you have to direct your spherical dish in that particular direction where from where you want to receive your signal. So that means this is a direction based antenna, and over here there is no particular direction. It is being transmitted and it is being received from all of these sides. On the contrary, it is specific to the direction. Whether the signals will be coming from here, the direction of dish is here. If the signals will be coming from here, the direction of this spherical dish would be to this side. Okay, this is how the signal is being transferred. Now, next thing that I want to tell you about the length of antenna and the power radiated by the antenna. What is the importance, what is the significance of the length of antenna? Why is it important? So, we have to understand two things over here, that is the Hertz antenna and the Marconi antenna. Hertz antenna and the Marconi antenna. What do we mean by the Hertz antenna? this antenna says that the length of the antenna should be the factor related to the wavelength, so that the wavelength, the length of the antenna should be this. Length of antenna should be lambda by 2, where your lambda is the wavelength of signal. Wavelength of the signal. And the Marconi antenna says that length of antenna should be equals to lambda by 4, where lambda is your wavelength of signal. The Marconi antenna says the length of antenna should be lambda by 4. Now see what is the importance of length, why we are putting this much of length. For example, if you are having the frequency range of 15 kilohertz, what I am saying, if you are having the range of 15 kilohertz, see this side now. Frequency band of or frequency range of 15 kilohertz. Now for that you have to calculate the length. How much longer, what should be the length of the antenna that you have to place for this much of wavelength, for this much of frequency. So from here you can apply this formula. Length of antenna should be lambda by 4, should be lambda by 4. Now there is a relation that you have to understand, that nu equals to C by lambda. That means there is a relation between frequency and wavelength, because over here the frequency has been given, not the wavelength, and you are having the formula in terms of wavelength. So convert this wavelength first of all in terms of frequency. So you will be having one thing with you, you will be having lambda equals to C by nu. Okay. So now if you have to find the length of antenna, which is lambda by 4, put the value of lambda, this is C by nu into 4. C is nothing but the speed of light, which is 3 into 10 raised to the power 8. So put this value. Frequency, it is given as 15 kilohertz. So 15 into 10 raised to the power 3 multiplied by 4. Now when you will be solving over here, you will be having the value of length of antenna as 5000 meter. Now is it possible to establish, to place an antenna of length 5000 meter? Tell me, give me an answer whether it is possible to place an antenna of length 5000 meter. This is a very bigger length. So that means it is reaching up to impossible. So that means it is not good to have the antennas of this much length. To decrease the length of antenna, what should you do? To decrease the length of antenna, you have to decrease the wavelength. And to decrease the wavelength, what you have to do? You have to increase the frequency, right? So that means, because there is an inverse relation, to decrease the wavelength, you have to increase the frequency. So that means it is showing that the frequency should be greater. That is why we do the modulation. As I told you, we apply the carrier wave in the original wave. That is, you are increasing the frequency of your signal. Why you are increasing? Because the length of antenna should be in the range of this much. Okay. So now you understand that the length is depending upon the frequency. Now one more thing, that is the power radiated. The power radiated by antenna is given as lambda upon L square. Lambda upon L square. So that means again, if you are having the length of antenna that is greater, you have to decrease the power. But you want to supply your message, you want to transfer your message with the higher power but not the lesser power. So that means to maintain the power, if you want to increase the power, what you have to do? You have to decrease the length. And how you can decrease the length? Again, I think I have written the formula opposite. It is L upon lambda square. L upon lambda square, where L is the length of the antenna. Length of antenna, and lambda is the wavelength of signal. Now see, if you want to maintain your power, if you want to increase the power of your signal, you have to decrease the wavelength. And you again, if you are decreasing the wavelength, that means you are increasing the frequency, because nu is C by lambda. That means nu is inversely proportional to lambda. If lambda will increase, nu will decrease. If lambda will decrease, nu will increase. Nu is the frequency. If you are decreasing the wavelength, you have to increase the frequency. Now you understood why we require the higher frequency of the wave of the signal that we need to transfer from one place to another. Because there are two factors that is affecting the frequency. First is the length of antenna, and second is the power radiated. Second is power radiated. So that these two things that you have to remember related to the antenna. And secondly, the important question that can come from this equation, from this topic, is the length of antenna, which is lambda by 4. Now if I give you a question and I say find out the length of antenna of the Marconi antenna where the wavelength is this much. So you are going to apply this formula. If in the question I say you that find out the length of the Hertz antenna, then you have to apply this formula. You understand? Hertz antenna, that means length equals to lambda by 2. Marconi antenna, that means length of antenna should be lambda by 4. For example, I should give you a question. Suppose if I give you a question, you have to find out the length of antenna. Length of antenna you have to find for the Marconi antenna. Marconi antenna. And I give you the wavelength is, suppose I give you the frequency, it is 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 Hertz. I have provided you the frequency, now you have to tell me what should be the length of antenna. You will be saying that, ma'am, Marconi antenna gives the formula that is L equals to lambda by 4. And we know that in place of lambda, I can put one formula because nu equals to C by lambda. So lambda is equals to C by nu, right? So put the value, C is nothing but speed of light, that is 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 divided by 4 multiplied by the frequency, which is given as 3 into 10 raised to the power 8. So see, this will be cancelled. You are left with only 1 by 4, that is 0.25. This is kilometer. Okay? Because say, suppose I have given you in the range of kilohertz. So this is coming out to be kilometer. This is the length of antenna. This is how you are going to see the question from this chapter, from this particular topic, because this is again an important thing to understand, because I have seen the question coming from this particular topic. So keep revising the question, related to the topic and related to the basic terminologies where you have to remember all the definitions. Just take care. Thanks a lot.